Hi, meteorologist Chris Haddings here once again. Probably getting sick of hearing my voice right now, but we're at the end of the countdown right now. Before we get to number one event of the year, let's go ahead and review the numbers 12 through 2. They'll come by in credit form here. I'm not going to read them off because that's bad PowerPoint etiquette here. You're not supposed to just read the slides that come up there. People don't like that. You see, we have a nice little distribution there of some high wind events, also some severe thunderstorms, and several snowstorms, and even some flooding on there. Well, we're ready to reveal the number one event right now. And if I can get it over here, the number one event is the Arctic blast we had in mid-November, especially from about the 10th through about the 13th. Then you may be saying, what's so unusual about this? Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Well, first we had some high winds that occurred before the front and also with the passage of the front. The gusts you see that occurred on the 9th actually occurred as the front approached. Places you get high wind when you have a tight pressure gradient, places like, what a surprise, Clark. Yeah, they always seem like they're windy. But also places like Outer Drive out in Natrona County and also down in Sweetwater County. And then the ones that occurred in the 10th actually occurred with the passage of the front, just behind the front with the cold air rushing in. Strongest gust there was 66 miles an hour at Grable. There was actually some power outages that occurred there when that came through. And then the snow came in. This is a picture taken about 5 o'clock in Thermopolis. They've had a lot of snow this year, and they had a lot of snow out of this one as well. Not a real heavy snowstorm, but it fell in a very short period of time. You can see kind of a stripe right about in here through about the central part of the area. What meteorologists call jet dynamics occurred here. Now, I'm not going to go into that basically. It's a lot of math that I forgot when I walked out of the final back in 1993. So that's where the heavy snow fell. Highest amounts were across the Tetons, about 12, 17 inches there. Most people within, say, about 2 to 6 inches. But the big story, obviously, was the frigid temperatures. You can see a very cold temperature here. But the thing that made this really noteworthy was is the first week of the month was actually very, very warm. You can see a lot of record highs were set November 1st. As a matter of fact, Casper had their all-time record high for November. In the first there, got to 72 degrees that day. And that'll play a factor when we get toward the end of this. And on the 9th, once again, the day before the front came through, another very warm day. A lot of places got well up into the 60s, a couple record highs at both Lander and at Riverton. Anywhere from, say, 5 degrees above normal in Northwest, but up to 20 degrees above normal in Lander. And then, that's that old song from the 90s, that old alternative song, guess, and then the bottom fell out. Well, that's what happened both the November 11th and especially on the 12th. You can see temperatures well below freezing, well below zero, I should say. And as a matter of fact, some places 20 below zero in some places, especially like the Casper Airport getting down to minus 26. And a big change in the temperatures under 18 hours, as you can see, up to 56 degrees. That was at Matisse, but a lot of places 45 to 55 below zero in a span of just 15 to 18 hours. So certainly a shock to the system. I was out playing golf earlier that day, as a matter of fact, on Sunday. So going from needing golf clubs to snowshoes is certainly a shock. And one more chart will show you here the change basically from the highs on that Sunday, November 9th, to lows on Wednesday morning. Casper got down to minus 27 degrees. That's an 87-degree difference from the high on November. A lot of other places more than 70 degrees across that area. Now, some people are asking, why is this the number one as compared to some of the other things? It gets cold in Wyoming. One of the big things that a lot of people said is determining this was the all-time record highs and lows set at the Casper Airport. On November 1st, like I said, they got up to 72 degrees. That's an all-time record high for the month. And then as we head toward the record low that occurred in the morning of November 12th, it got down to minus 27. And that broke the old record, I think, by at least 5 or 6 degrees. So it certainly shattered it. A difference of 99 degrees over a month. Welcome to Wyoming. If you don't like the weather, just wait a minute and it'll change. Once again, thanks for watching and putting up with my voice for this countdown. If you have any questions or any differences in opinion, what you think should be the number one, feel free to contact us. Thanks for watching.